The doctor is in and... Oh, Jeremy said I needed an intro. The doctor's in and you're in the Del Show. Alright, what do we got today? It's going to be a spotlight on Psychsploitation. What's Psychsploitation? It's music specifically designed to grab cash out of drug-addled teens of the 60s. They're all like, these executives are like, hey, they're all whacked out on that l.s.d, so let's make some cash. But so they throw these, these guys in the studio and make up, recordings of Yellow Submarine and back in the USSR. This one's a little bit later. This is the California Poppy Pickers, and they're usually on like a budget label. This one's on Alshire, and it's like, so, studio musicians coming together. Now there's certain guys that were on tons of these, and this one's electronic music to blow your mind by. Who I was going to mention was Jerry Cole. I had some information written down about him. This is on Design Records. Now I have a bunch of these on Design. Anyway, look up Jerry Cole on Wikipedia and you can read all the stuff I was going to say. He was in tons of stuff. There's another guy, Jimmy Curtis, who did like some cool studio stuff, and also had like a band called the Hobbits, which is totally like like Psychsploitation, really, like, but they were a band. So psychedelic guitars, and they didn't even spell psychedelic right at this point. Maybe this was a little earlier than, but anyway, this is custom records as well. Psychedelic guitars, and then of course more psychedelic guitars. Now apparently the stuff that was recorded on this was recorded maybe like 1964 or something. I uploaded some of this to my channel, and one of the guys in the comments mentioned that this stuff was recorded back in like 64 or something. So it's pretty actually progressive for its day. Here's Guitars a Go-Go Volume 2, and there's Jerry Cole and the Stinger. So when you see Jerry Cole, he's a fantastic studio guitar player, and he's got an amazing 60s sound. Here's another one that probably has, I think I put the Jerry Cole stuff together as best as I could. The Young Sound 68, MacArthur Park. It's like totally twangy, like guitars and stuff. Here's this one's a little more psychedelic even. Are You Experienced? T Swift in the Electric Bag. No, that's not Taylor Swift. It's T Swift custom. It's probably Jerry Cole, really, I think. If you look on Wikipedia, like I said, it's got a list of all his different bands. Now, who was I forget? It might even have been. He might have even been the brainchild behind the Animated Egg, and this is the reissue from Sundays, and it's a gatefold reissue, and that's got some of the other stuff too. And there he is, Jerry Cole, for sure. I was right. And this has got some other. So it says he's an LA guitar session genius. Worship from he worked with. That's right. He worked with the Beach Boys and the Byrds and Sinatra and all of that stuff, as well as doing all of these like Psychsploitation, as I call them. So there's a little bit of information there. This is Sunday's double album. It's got some of his other solo stuff and studio stuff. T Swift in the Electric Bag, The Generation Gap, different stuff like that. Like I said, gatefold Sundays. And here's an original Animated Egg, which is really cool, on Alshire. And this is awesome. This is like really good stuff. And here's Astro Sounds from Beyond the Year 2000 from the 101 Strings. Now this is just Animated Egg with psychedelic strings over top as well. So this is really awesome. I love both of those. They're two of my favorites out of the whole stack here. But another good source of that kind of 60s twangy guitar stuff, is the soundtracks for these biker movies. It really got some groovy stuff on them. This one's Volume 2 of the Wild Angels. So that's another good source of that kind of stuff. And here's one that I had to show is Timothy Leary. And I've talked about Psychsploitation. I mean, there's nobody that did it better than Timothy Leary, really. And here's a gatefold. And this is an original on Douglas. Got this at a record show. It's really cool as a trade. And you can be anyone this time around. And guys from the Grateful Dead are playing on this. He was in touch with he knew every who's who of psychedelia back in the day. So there's a lot of guys on here, I think Jerry's on here, different stuff. Timothy Leary. And some more of my favorite. This is like a Jack Holzman project with like from the you know, who discovered the Doors and Elektra fame. I don't know if maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he didn't discover the Doors, but signed them to, or you know, part of Elektra. I don't know. Anyway, here's a studio project, the Zodiac Cosmic Sounds, and this is taking like Moog music and really groovy 60s stuff, and then like it's got like a guy doing poetry over top of it, based on each astrological sign. I believe the album, the band is called the Zodiac, and the album's Cosmic Sounds, and that's on Elektra. Here's another one I would love to have an original of, but this is like, this goes for like crazy money, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if you can even find it. I think you know, the last one on eBay was like $700. But here's a reissue, which I'm happy to have. Psychedelic Moods, the mind expanding phenomena of the deep. And who's in this? David Bromberg, I believe. This was his 60s stuff, or you know, he worked on this project, so would love to have an original of that, but that's not going to happen. So there's my reissue. Here's one that I am lucky enough to have an original of, and this wasn't cheap either, but I did have to have this one, and it's not like, you know, $800, but it was, you know, so it was a little easier to obtain. How to Blow Your Mind and Have a Freak Out Party. This is on Audio Fidelity, which are known for their sound effects records for the most part. I have a ton of their sound effects records. And this one I made sure I got the one with the insert as well, the Freak Out insert, which you could order, the Freak Out kit, which came with badges and shades and incense, and if you were going to have a blow your mind freak out party, you'd need the kit for I think it's $1 or something, but there's you send away here, which is really cool. And then I slipped in a Audio Fidelity sleeve, and then I found another Audio Fidelity sleeve. This one's actually a little bit earlier. I believe this one's from the 50s or whatever, but this one's pretty, or the early 60s. This one's really cool too. It's like a printed thing, but I just keep all that with that one Audio Fidelity record. Let's see what else we got here. Isn't that it? Oh yeah, I guess that was my big finish. With the How to Blow Your Mind and Have a Freak Out Party, which is on my channel too, so if you want to check that out, it's got a video of the complete album. Thanks for checking out my spotlight on the Psychsploitation. If you have any in your collection, love to see that. Leave some comments below if you'd like. I always love responding to those and interacting with everybody there. Gotten to know a lot of you really well through that method, and watching your own videos and stuff. Really enjoy that part of the whole experience here on the VC and making videos on YouTube. So until next time, thanks for watching.